Hey Demario, congrats by the way. So that's what I'm going to be asking you about. How did you find out that you were the Saints' Walter Payton nominee, and what was your reaction to that?
I learned through the Saints. They told me, um, and it's it's definitely a humbling thing to happen. I don't really know if I can put it into words. Uh, to know that I'm looked at, by my organization in that manner, that they saw fit to put me there. It's definitely a blessing and something that I don't take for granted. Um, it's especially means a lot to me, especially in this year. I just think 2020 has just been a hard year for a lot of people, and something that I try to represent is just hope. Um, Everybody that I help, everybody that I serve, it's all in light of trying to bring hope to that individual or that group or that community. Um, and so, in a time where so much is going on and so many people have had to deal with so much, um, I hope that they can look to me as a symbol or a representative of hope, because ultimately that's all I want to bring. I want to be able to help people find hope, and I want to be able to point them to hope. So in a year like 2020, to be selected as the Saints Man of the Year, it means a lot, and it's definitely a blessing.
Thank you.
Next one for me, Ms. Morale. Yeah, kind of going back to what you were talking about with the culture that the organization has built and the culture in the locker room. Do you see a correlation between that and the depth that you guys have been able to build, particularly this year?
Yeah, I think that it says a lot about the organization because of the pieces that they brought in. Um, it's hard to build the type of roster that we have, um, because there is so much parity across the league. But when you got a lot of top players at a lot of your key positions, you have a top quarterback, a top receiver, a top running back, top tackles, top defensive ends, top linebackers, top corners, top safeties. That's top interior D linemen. That's hard to do. That's hard to build, and um, I feel like that's a culmination of drafting right, understanding the right free agents to get, uh, working the system and getting the right trades, and then having the coaches to develop those guys when they get here, and building systems that they can thrive in. So it's a lot, and that is not an easy thing to do. And so I think the front office is to be commended, for the type of talented roster that we have, and the players are too, to be able to go out and execute on a consistent basis.
Next one's from Stacey Davis.
Demario, kudos to you on the honor. That's really awesome. Just two questions for you. How do you prepare for a rookie quarterback that you really don't have a lot of NFL tape on in Jalen Hurts? And if I may, the second is, what impresses you most about Sean Payton's adaptability, the way he's able to when, there's no turnover basically at the quarterback position, and you guys continue to adapt, and it starts really with him.
Yeah, I think anytime you have to prepare for a different quarterback, and you don't have a lot of tape, it kind of puts you in limbo, kind of the same situation we were in when we were getting ready to play Denver. You don't know. It's kind of, you have to be ready for what you've seen them do, and you have to kind of have a little bit of planning for the unexpected. And so there is a little bit of tape on Hurt, so we're able to watch that and kind of get a feel. But at the same time, their coach is very creative. He knows how to, use the different guys that he has and put them in situations where they'll be successful. So we have to be ready for that. Speaking about Sean, I don't think there are enough positive words that I could put of how impressed I've been with him as a head coach and as an offensive mastermind. The way he's able to foresee what's about to happen. A lot of times I lean on him, or we lean on him, when we getting ready to go against offenses to ask, like, if he was in that situation, what would he do? You know, and like in a situation like this, what would he do in this situation? And he's able to help us kind of understand like what offensive coaches are thinking in those scenarios. And I think that's what allows us to have so much good success on the defensive side. But he just constantly puts us in situations to win. A lot of times coming down the stretch, he has us so elevated when it comes to situational awareness, where that puts us in the best position and gives us the highest chances of closing out close games, no matter what our opponents do, because we've already prepared for those scenarios. And so as a coach, to be able to have the foresight to prepare for those things just through, you know, his many years of experience, I think it sets us apart.
Thank you.
Next one's from Luke Johnson.
Demario, I've talked to a couple coaches these last couple of weeks that have said Dennis Allen's really like pushing all the right buttons for y'all defensively. Just curious what your kind of take is on that and the job he's done to put y'all in position to have so much success lately.
Yeah, that's another situation where I mean, there's not enough positive words that I can say about DA as far as the defensive coordinator. He has, you know, he's one of the smartest coaches I've ever been around. He has a great understanding of what the offenses are about to do or how they're going to plan their plan of attack versus us, and has built a defense where he can make small adjustments that make a big difference week in and week out. That way that we can kind of shape shift around our strengths and what the offense is going to be able to do or going to attempt to do against us. And the entire year, he's just kept us locked in on the process. And week by week, we've been able to continue to get better. And I think that's what's making the adjustment for us.
Last one's from Doug Luton.
Yeah, hey, Demario, the city announced today that we thought we were going to have 15,000 fans in the Dome for the Kansas City game. It's going to be 3,000. Have you gotten used to these crowds and sort of the lack of atmosphere at NFL games this year? Would you say that affects you at all now, or you're used to it?
No, that's something you'll never get used to, especially when you play in, you know, in the Dome and know what our fan base means to us. Our fans are, you know, not just fans, and I wouldn't even say it's not just family. Like it's a part of our DNA. Our city breathes through the Saints, and the Saints breathe through the city. And so, not having our fan base and our crowd is tough, you know. And you know, I understand all the protocols that have to go into place, and we're in a strange time where safety is at a premium. But you know, we definitely can't wait till we can, you know, have our Dome back rocking like we're all accustomed to.
All right, we're all set. Thank you, Demario.
Hey, thank you guys. Be blessed.